I hit the wrong button, but that's fine. Hi!
Whoops.
Welcome to Spelljammer. Episodes in Space. Space. And I have a warm-up question for the crew here. So this is actually come around in some YouTube and Twitch commenting, in that many people view
Plead the fifth.
view both Pine Sol and AAA as Muppet characters. That when they visualize them playing the game, that they're the Muppet characters, and that Helene is the one human character, much like Muppets Christmas Carol, that like is this whatever esteemed actor that gets to play with these Muppets. So everyone's a Muppet except Helene. So my question for everyone today, as we get warmed up and into this and we go around and I say hello to everyone, is what actress plays Helene amongst all the Muppets?
Oh.
Charlize Theron.
There it is. All right. Dan's got it done already.
I love her.
I think that might be that's a pretty good answer.
I love her. Yes, I love her.
I had never thought about us being Muppets, but I feel like that's canon now.
Right?
Like this is a Muppet campaign.
This is a Muppet campaign.
So,
now.
how do we get her on the show?
How do we? Wow. I don't know.
She can replace me for a session.
Charlize, call me up. We'll work something out. I'm sure I can meet your rate.
Get it done, Joel.
Hey, patrons, we may need to up the monthly payments to make this happen. Welcome to Spelljammer. Yeah, go ahead, Drew.
I would love to hear Charlize Theron imitating Dan, who is playing Helene.
Yeah, just that voice the entire time.
Improv.
Super inconsistent voice.
Welcome to Spelljammer. Gang's all here. The holidays are over, which means it's back to work for everyone. And you at home can help support these lovely people and get them paid a little bit and cause a little chaos on the show. That's right. You can do that. And we had 2 cards given out last week. One of them being a wish card for Pine, and that is just in a pocket. That's just there now, which is great and wonderful, and I love that for all of us. But yeah, you can support us here by donating $5 for a reroll, $10 for a nat 20, $15 for a thing we're calling Insight, which is a nice little internal monologue of any of the characters, and $20 for a draw from the Deck of Many. Woo! It's gone so well so far, and the game hasn't exploded. So that's good for us. It's very good for us. That being said, it's been quite a long time since we've played, gang. Like the actual proper true campaign. Would anyone like to recap for us here for a nice little free natural 20?
I would like to, but I don't think I can.
Okay.
I was about to say the same thing.
Okay.
I don't think I have the memory.
No, it's fine. I'll take it. I'll take the nat 20 and do it myself.
Oh, jeez.
How do none of you not remember what happened?
There's been so much.
Because I've been involved in both of the duo
the one shots.
Those are what I remember.
Dan's had multiple games of multiple weeks. But we always make Kat do the work.
Like,
so
oh, for goodness sake.
It's always funny though.
Did we get pretty close to dying again?
yes.
All right, so
Oh yeah.
the rest
Here
of
we
us-
go.
the rest of my party don't really remember what the heck happened here. I'm gonna tell you what happened here right now, quick. All right, so we take Missy Pop, what a face man with his robot chicken, and we get on board. All right, and then Spotlight, Quick Lies, he'd be like, "I actually on your side. I'll go help you." And we're like, "Okay, fine," but boss is like, "Nah, I don't trust him. Nah," and I go, "No, boo, it's okay." So then we start leaving the giant rock, and then all of a sudden, this whoosh, giant jellyfish starts coming out from the sky in space, and then it starts coming at us, and then all of a sudden, poof, a genie in a bottle appears. Some kind of like weird, Magic Mike kind of guy, and he's blue and purple, and he, starts taunting me and being really rude and stuff like that, and insulting everybody. And he got like one shiny little fork, and he goes around like poking people with it, and he ended up poking, Twilight Sparkle Eyes, real bad. He didn't look so good. It actually looked really, really bad. It was kind of embarrassing, but we're gonna go past that, okay? Because don't tell him, you know, he's a fragile boy, he's fragile, okay? He can't take any much more of this. So then, all of a sudden, Flapjack, he's knocked out commission. So then, you know, I gotta go. We gotta go for a joyride, all right? You know what I'm saying? You know, technically, I'm not supposed to be riding the ship anymore, but you know, desperate times calls for desperate measures, and boss said it was okay. So, you know, I'm not liable for any damages. I did donuts with the ship, and I hit the big jellyfish in space with ship, and you know, they don't make the ships like they used to. You know, back in my day, you know, they'd be actually kind of reinforced, you know, for this kind of stuff, and it wasn't. It kind of, you know, kind of crumbled like a cookie. A giant space faring wooden cookie. Yeah, anyway, so I broke the ship, and then we were stranded, and Magic Mike's like, ha 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 ha, I'm really pretty and you're not, and then went poof and disappeared with giant jellyfish. And we were like, oh no, we're stranded. And I'm like, you know what, I got this. And I call us a taxi. Well, it's not really a taxi, it's technically a giant pot of space whales. So, you know, I do my thing, you know, because technically, you know, in my hatch, they teach you how to talk to the space whales, because, you know, it's really important, because they don't want you, you know, you don't want to get eaten by one, because they might confuse you for shrimp, you know, and I know space shrimp, okay, you know what I'm saying, you know, I'm a rare delicacy, but not to the whales. So then we go over there and we go and we start boarding the whale, and everybody's hurt, and I'm pretty banged up, and yeah, all right, DM, take it away.
That was perfect and wonderful. Yeah, you did some donuts and you whiplashed a space jellyfish. Unfortunately, our poor ship and Captain Elena Sartell's prized possession lies sundered in the astral sea. It's bad. But we are now on top of what is called a Kandori, a large space whale with 6 glowing eyes that run the front of it, much like spotlights. Pine was able to animal handle their way to getting one of these enormous whales close enough that our crew could safely board and then try and figure out what to do next. We left off with Crux reasserting that we need to go see his friend, someone he's calling Toppola, at her tower. So we start our session today just on the backs of the whales, kind of swimming off away from the wreckage of the Morning Star. Everyone is alive, if somewhat banged up, but you have had an opportunity to at least take a short rest within the amount of time we've had. And now we float, hopefully in the correct direction. And I think we start with Crux saying things.
Well, it's all well and good that we've got on top of the Kandori here, but how do we direct the damn things?
Can't
What?
you just talk to it again, Pine? Do you communicate with this thing, Pine?
Okay, hold on, wait. You got a rope?
Well, yes, I
Alright,
believe
yeah.
I've got some links, yes.
Yeah, I think we got some rope. Yeah, there's some around here.
Okay. I need some rope, okay? Someone give me some rope.
Yeah.
I need to tie it around me.
Okay. You get a rope tied around yourself.
All right, Triple C's, can you be a crank?
Well, I suppose I could turn myself into a winch of some sort.
Excellent. All right, take this other rope.
He's gonna take.
Okay, you got it?
And he's gonna put it in his mouth.
Okay, awesome. Woo!
You're just jumping off?
I jump off. I jump off
Uh-huh.
next to its face, its eyeball.
Yeah, so you kind of like swing dangling down next to one of the big spot-like eyes. Sure. What are you attempting to communicate, Pine?
Trying to attempt to communicate the direction in which we should be going.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling check. As you've now met the eyes of the Kandori, that is a natural one.
Oh.
There is a response, and the whale just starts trying to get away from you, though you are attached to it. So now it is going in circles, attempting to get away from where you're dangling by one of its eyes, and we are in a tailspin. Anything else you would like to try, Pine?
I'm tugging on the rope.
AAA starts spinning his arm around like a winch. The rope gets just pulled into his mouth.
Pine, you're pulled back up to the top of the whale. The whale, now that you are gone, kind of rights itself and continues to follow along its pod that it's kind of gotten a bit separated from.
Well, that didn't seem to work. Any other ideas?
Well, it doesn't want to communicate with me. It think I'm scary. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is
Yes?
I mean, I could do that, but I don't really know if I want to do that.
What is that?
I was thinking about steering it with its eyelid.
Oh. Well, I
don't want-
suppose that could be done.
I mean, I don't want to hurt it though. You know, normally, like with like certain creatures, you can kind of direct it by applying pressure in certain part, like of its body, and it starts, like as a reflex, it starts kind of like going that way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yes.
As you sit and ponder, I think Flapjack speaks up here and says, "Oh, hi, Flapjack here. Thanks for the rescue and all that. Being alive is quite nicer than being dead. Could we not just try something that has to do with the lights again? Seem to follow that over here the first time. Perhaps we could put a light on a stick of some kind and maybe lead it about."
You're a genius.
Oh,
Do you have a stick?
I have tentacles.
And I got the light.
Close enough.
Yeah.
I think every stick was lost with my ship back there. Relay?
Well, don't look at me. She was driving.
Yes, she was driving.
I said it was okay.
Yeah,
To fashion.
yeah. I mean,
I think you did the
You know.
best you could.
you did. I can't fault you. I did say no donuts, but you had to improvise, and it's all right.
Well, that does seem to be a good plan. Perhaps, instead of a stick, we could, have two separate light sources. Be able to lower one down on one side where the eyes are, and then another on the other side where the eyes are to get it to turn about in various directions.
You guys know better than I do.
These are just ideas. But Pine, you're the master of light.
I got it. What direction we want to go?
Well,
Pulls out a really wrinkly star chart and opens it up.
Toppola's tower is. You see that star over there, Pine? We're gonna be trying to head directly in that direction.
All right, I got you. All right, AAA, you ready?
Ready for what?
We're gonna put that crank to work. All right, it's go time.
Well, good thing I greased it before.
I should find
Just
some
gone.
to run through, yeah.
He's just gone.
I believe that would be
Mouth
wise.
grip
Yes.
just-
I jump. I cast
All right.
light on myself,
Okay, you cast light on yourself.
on my hands.
Okay. And so you like swing down to one side to try and get him to go in a specific direction, right? Also, additionally, there 3 cards are being drawn right now. I just want you all to know that that's happening right now. Thanks, Guild.
Wow.
So we'll see how that goes. But yes, you jump down to that one side, and I think with this, the light instantaneously kind of disorients the Kandori, but also it seems to pull that direction as if drawn towards the light. A feeling, Pine, that you are very, very used to. So it pulls, and you're trying to keep an eye out here. I would love a survival check so you know when you're lined up with the place that you need to go. Now, that's a natural 20, and we are on both sides today. Goodness gracious.
Redeemed herself.
Excellent. Okay. So, yeah, with that, Pine, you for the perfect amount of time until you had to yell at AAA to draw you back up, right? You've got the Kandori kind of situated in this fashion. And on a natural 20 here, I think it's very easy for you to basically just keep it in line. Every time it starts to stray off one direction or another, you kind of just drop yourself down onto a side where the eyes are and reorient the creature back in line with where it should be going. Nicely done. You're going to travel like this for a little bit of time. Is there anything that you would like to do with the intervening amount of time? Or not? This is like rest actions, any discussion you want to have on things, or...
So,
yeah, go ahead.
So I wrote down, this is the confusing part between all of our sessions.
Sure.
I wrote down a number.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed kind of low, and I couldn't remember if it was from the last one shot, and that's what I replaced it with, or if I'm already full health. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna rest just to
Sure.
for anybody watching and keeping track of all this. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna go into my trance because I don't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Helene's just gonna go trance away and get her stuff back.
And try for a 4-hour trance. Essentially, you will be able to recover pretty much everything. Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
In this amount of time, essentially what's going to end up is you're going to get a long rest by the end of this. So, any downtime actions you would like to take now is a great time for those. As I continue to draw the rest of these cards. Yeah.
You said we get a short rest or
Long. By the end of this,
Long, okay.
get long rest.
Okay.
Basically, Pine, thanks to your nat 20, we don't have to do a whole lot else because you've got it figured out. So well done.
Sweet.
I think that AAA, if I remember correctly, before we jumped onto the whale, I had regurgitated a little stop
Mm-hmm.
out of my stomach cavity. I would like to go and investigate little stop
Okay.
after having my
Investigate
vision
him?
quest
Yeah.
about his true origins.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just
You just want to
find him
look at the little red panda.
Yeah, I want to kneel down next to him and just look him eye to eye. And, tell me your secrets, little creature.
Looks up at you. Licks a paw.
The silent type, huh? Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of it. I always do.
It looks at you and then rubs its little belly, and there's a grumbling sound.
While this is going on, I have the rope hanging out the side of my mouth the whole time.
I've got it. Okay.
You stay close to me, though, because I'm going to need some of that luck.
Looks at you. Then he just kind of climbs up on you and starts playing with the rope that's, taut out of your mouth.
Don't touch that. She's going to... Well, you know what? It'll probably be fine. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, he's just going to mess with you.
Yeah.
As a little
So I'll
animal
just-
will.
I'll just sit around and sit down and hang out with Little Stop, keeping one eye. I guess because I can do this with a robot. One eye is this way, the other one's this way.
Benefits of
Off to the
being a
side,
robot, yes.
It's definitely staring at the robot parrot, keeping an eye on that one,
Roll me a perception check, please.
looking to see for any
Yeah.
anything suspicious.
Yeah, looking at the parrot. Let's see.
Oh God,
Out of 2. That
I'm
parrot's
looking two
up
different
to,
ways.
That parrot's up to something. We don't know what it is yet, but that parrot's up to something.
Yeah. All will be
Okay.
revealed in time. As I sit there.
I love it. Okay. Yeah, so, Helene, you are resting. Pine Sol is working. Pine, is there anything in specific you want to do? Like, there are times where the whale's just, like, going straight, right? You don't have to redirect anything. Is there anything you want to do during some of your downtime?
No, I think I'm gonna super hyper focus on steering this whale.
Super hyper wow, I never thought I'd hear
Especially
Pine
since I kind of
hyper focus
well,
on anything.
she feels a little bad that, the boss, destroyed the ship, so.
Mm,
What?
okay. I mean, it was their fault. Okay, excellent. And also with that, Pine, choose a number 1 through 3.
3.
Okay. Okay. And let's go. Yeah, AAA. Choose either 1 or 2.
Is there a way to flip a coin in here?
You can slash R space 1D2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the wrong keyboard. Okay, I'll think it's 2.
2 it is. Okay. Well, that leaves Helene with 1. This is
Good
great.
choice.
This is good. This is all good. This is all good. Okay, excellent. Time moves on here, and you are able to take your rest as the whale continues to travel. Sparkle Eyes, Xanth, able to recover. Crux, Sartell, Flapjack, everyone's looking and feeling all right. The near-death experience of being abandoned and lost in the astral sea after, the destruction of the Morning Star now behind us. Sartell does seem very sad, but, happy to be alive. As time continues to pass, eventually, Pine, as you are leading everyone here, you see something. A tower perched on a flat-topped asteroid that is roughly 180 feet above and 100 feet away from both sides. The asteroid is rather small. The tower itself is crooked, surrounded by a cloud of twinkling cosmic dust. Crux, coming up to you here, pulls out his spyglass, looks through it, and examines the rock where the tower stands. A decrepit wooden pier jutting out from one side. He looks down and he goes,
All right, Pine, this is it. We gotta bring him in nice and slow. That pier can't take much jostling.
You want me to steer this thing close enough to the dock and not jostle it?
Yes, you've done quite a fantastic job already. I figured this would be perfect for you.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
okay, Pine, how do you want to try and accomplish this? Just give me something. What do you think?
All right, so what Pine is thinking is, well, well, she's thinking about the time where she may have partaken in a certain pirate game a while ago and was steering ships. So what she's gonna do is she's going to kind of drop down and kind of turn the light on, but she's gonna blink it.
Okay, you want to do a little blinking light to maybe get
Yeah.
to spook
But
it
like
up to
I'm
slow
gonna
down?
blink, but it's gonna be in sequences. So it's gonna be like fast, and then it's gonna go slower and slower. And so it's gonna stop.
Okay. Okay. Absolutely. Oof. You can make me either like a spell casting check, which is gonna be a wisdom, just a straight wisdom roll, or animal handling again. Remember, you do have you got that 19. Never mind, you got a nat 20 in your pocket, just as a reminder for the recap.
Yes.
19 is perfect. Love that. The blinking light does seem to slow the Kandori's, approach. It seems a little maybe scared or unsure of where to go, but you're able to get it to stop with the blinking lights just to the side of the pier. Scores of pelicans and mollymawks and other smaller birds are nesting on this asteroid as you approach the rickety dock. the end of the dock, two gray shark-like creatures fight over the remains of some pelican? A woman in frayed robes and bare feet sits in a rocking chair at the base of the tower watching the fracas, her face half hidden by a wide-brimmed hat that has a blue jay perched upon it. The woman leaps to her feet, brandishes a staff, and snarls, "Go on, get!" And a fiery ray springs from her fingertip, frightening away the shark-like creatures as the Kandori makes it to the dock. Crux looks at you and gives you a reassuring and appreciative pat on the shoulder here, Pine.
That was incredibly well done. Wow. All right, well, all ashore. Who's going ashore?
I can't believe we didn't. We should get off right now.
And exiting off the ship, the whale.
Ship.
The ship? The whale
For our
ship.
purposes, is a ship.
It's a ship. You see the woman before you, Toppola, and I'll present this to you and for everyone here in chat. Toppola is a young woman with somewhat curly blonde hair, blonde bangs that comes down to her shoulders, wearing these intricate blue robes, and she has a little bird perched atop her head that she doesn't seem to notice. Barefoot, and walks out towards the decrepit and rickety pier. Well, Alpy, is that the Commodore Crux?
Well, yes, my lady, it is indeed I.
And he, as hurriedly as you've ever seen Crux move, goes to embrace Toppola in a hug outside of her tower. She looks kind of appraisingly at everyone here. And says, well, welcome, please do. I suppose you can leave your whale ship docked here for the time being.
Oh, I mean, it might say, it might not,
Oh, I believe it's right, all right. And as everyone gets off the Kandori, it leaves. It
Yep,
just
that's what I figured.
goes. Yeah, it takes off.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Triple A's gonna put an arm in front of Helene as they get off this ship and see this individual. Wait just a second there, boss. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Enlighten me.
There's two of them now. As he's looking at the
Mhm.
bird on her head and the bird on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
There's something behind this. I don't know what it is. Some sort of conspiracy.
Well, I mean, what if that's just? I don't know. You know. Have you ever had a pet as a kid?
I was never a child, so no.
Okay. Well, did the person that made you or whoever made you, did they have any like little animals running around?
Yeah, I mean there were some animals running around in the carnival back when I was, one of those shoot 'em up games.
Yeah. So like, this is what I'm thinking, maybe, and I could be wrong, but I think the birds might have the humanoid things as pets, and they're just animals running around and doing their bidding. It might just be normal, but like odd for us.
Well, that is an interesting thought. Now, what if, and just follow me here, what if the birds are actually some sort of symbiote and they have taken over the host mind?
Okay. So yes, that's terrifying. I don't really want to think about that too much. But what problem does that serve us? What can you calculate in that computer brain of yours?
Well, I mean, it could be any number of things. I mean, it depends on the symbiote and where it's from, and I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, I've gotten along with all types before, so why not these guys too?
All right. Well, do me a favor. Spit shine your lenses a little bit and make sure to keep an eye on them, okay?
Hey, we'll do. I might have to borrow an ounce or two of spit though.
Talk to Pine. I think she's got the goo. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, good call. As he goes to ask Pine for goo.
Yeah, as you go to Pine to ask for goo here, I think Crux turns.
Oh, come on then, don't all be strangers. Toppola's a good old friend of mine. Come.
And she'll speak up here. Yes, of course. So you are all welcome in my home. Now, Crux here tells me that we have some business to attend to, but I would not have that until we are properly settled in and I have given you a quick tour of the tower. Please, come along inside.
That's a pretty tall looking tower, I must say, lady.
Oh, why, thank you. I made it myself.
You made that all by yourself with only your 2 hands?
Well, I did. Well, in that and some magic, and these lovely fellows in here. And she'll walk inside, and you can see inside something somewhat familiar, at least to AAA. Autognomes. 4 of them on the main floor here, each of them sporting quite a large and illustrious mustache. They are all identical. And in this first room here, they seem to be tending a garden. 4 ring-shaped garden terraces line the walls of the cylindrical chamber. They're vertically spaced every 10 feet, brimming with luscious fruits, vegetables, and golden wheat. The 4 mechanical gnomes wear harnesses tending to the plants. The harnesses are attached to ropes that loop around pulleys affixed to the ceiling, enabling them to hoist themselves into the air and move from one plot to another. Most of my sustenance comes from here, and these fine gentlemen helped me create it.
Oh my gosh, look at all the friggin', oh wow, it's triple days. What the? Wow, are you related to any of them?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. But it seems that we have walked in on quite the party. Let me tell you what, these fellas, I can assure you, have got a bit of mischief about them. I can see it in their eyes. It should be a good time. As he
Oh.
walks over to one and
Yeah.
puts a hand out to one of the autognomes.
Yeah, the one that's just kind of like floating in the air, and it looks at you, and it doesn't seem to understand the gesture. And Toppola goes, "Oh, I did notice that you were traveling with an autognome yourself. Is this one programmed to do anything in particular, Mr. Commodore Crux?"
He eats a lot of stuff.
Oh,
I,
AAA, please. You better do the explaining rather than me.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm fully aware of what it is you're insinuating there, ma'am.
Well, autognomes are programmed to particular function. That is what they're supposed to be for, as assistants and mechanical, friends, I guess. Most of them don't even speak, which is why I find myself quite surprised that you do. Maybe you can make yourself acquainted with Orwick 1, Orwick 6, Orwick 3, and Orwick 8, fashioned by the brilliant scientist Mr. Orwick.
Well, I'm a little confused here, but I can assure you, I might be a friend, but no one is programming me at present. Anyway,
You are what we would call a rogue autognome, is that correct?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'm more of a maverick, if in my own.
Whatever words you prefer.
I take offense to the word rogue.
Well,
Why? Because you won 2, boss?
No, I'm not a rogue. I'm more of a special type of person. I don't know. I just don't like the word rogue. Okay, and plus, like, AAA is our companion, our friend.
Perhaps my wording choice is incorrect, but autognomes upon creation will obey creators' commands when functioning properly. But design flaws can cause autognomes to forget its orders and wander wild space doing anything except what it was particularly designed for.
Are you bad and rogue if you don't listen to your parents anymore?
Well, I do not mean to insinuate anyone doing bad things. My experience with autognomes are the ones that you see here.
Hey, boss.
What's up?
Does that question apply if your parents, birthed you and then died right after?
No, the question was to show that it doesn't mean anything. Pine. No, you're fine. You're
Okay.
so
I'm
this
just checking,
lady here, whatever this person here is saying that our friend happens to not be like us.
Well, I'm,
Of course
Happens to
not.
be a little
He-
different.
he
Of course he's
is
different.
a mechanical gentleman, is he not?
And you're what?
He was. I'm sorry, my dear Autonome. I do not know your name. I am Toppola of the Tower.
Well, it's nice to
Get
meet
Toppola,
you. You can call me AAA.
AAA, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I do not mean any harm in this. I was only wondering by which and whence you were created, and perhaps who your creator would be.
Oh, I know what is this thing thing is for. It's in his name.
It's in his name? What do you mean?
Yeah. You don't know. It's AAA. Assert, attack, acquire.
That's correct.
Oh. Well, then, I suppose you've been following your directive if you're traveling with Mr. Commodore Crux. He is rather assertive, and he does know how to acquire things. And I do see he is carrying his guns still, so I assume he is also capable of attack.
It also stands for apples and apricots.
Well, I like that
That
one.
would be
That's too many.
quintuple A.
That's too many A's.
Apples and apricots.
Thrycreen,
No, they can't be.
what is your name? Little purple
I'm
fairy.
Pinethal.
Pinesol. Pinesol, would you like an apple or an apricot? I do grow them.
Yes, please.
Please do come
Very
inside.
much.
And I do not mean to offend Mr. AAA. I was only curious and perhaps what your directive might be.
Well, as far as I know, the only directive is the one that I choose at the moment, and usually it's whatever the boss says.
That is a wonderful piece of freedom that you are afforded, Mr. AAA.
Well, I guess I never thought about it that way, but it's. I suppose it's mighty nice. As AAA slowly puts a dueling glove back in his pocket that he was clenching.
Well,
I do believe it's the same freedom you have.
Oh, of
my friend.
course. Now, I do want to let you know, Mr. AAA, that these autognomes in my tower are, well, their directive is to care for the things here and for myself and my person. They have not come to their senses as you have. Most autognomes are created without your capabilities.
Well, that's very interesting. I will, out of respect, I will stay out of their way.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Please do come in, and she'll reach up and take what looks to be an apricot from one of the Orwicks and hand it to Pine. Here you go now. You are free to anything in this tower as my guests, and don't worry, there will be a time for us to eat as well and get to know one another. But please, shall we continue the tour?
I guess.
Oh, all right. The second floor is accessible through this pulley system here. There's openings in the floors and ceilings connecting the tower's 3 levels. The rope and pulley system serves as an elevator. She approaches it, grabs hold of the rope, and just says, "Up." And those of you on the platform begin to rise up into the second floor. The tower itself is illuminated by continual flame spells, bathing the interior in bright light. From the inside and outside, the tower initially appears to have no windows, but as you arrive on the second floor, Toppola reaches over, touches a wall, and opens up a window 4 feet wide and 10 feet tall for you to look out upon the expanse of the astral space. She looks at you and says, "Now, this is the second floor here, and where my my quarters are. There's a modest kitchen here, and two of our Orwickian friends, preparing some food. And kind of drag everyone down into a kitchen-y space. Two mechanical gnomes are preparing dinner. Furnishings include an unmade bed, wardrobe topped with birds' nests, and a bookshelf packed with astrological texts and more birds' nests. I read books here and take my meals. Our gnomes, the Orwicks, have no shortage of recipes. Today's repast is a deep-fried night scaver steak with a lunar bechamel.
Yeah, I could just go for an apple.
Oh, there are plenty more apples to be had, my dear Pine Sol. Now, please, come along. Come along. She'll take you up to the next and last of the levels here. The third floor, there are two mechanical gnomes using rags to polish a 10-foot-long copper telescope at the center of the chamber. Dozens of star maps lie across tables, also littered with sketches of planets and otherworldly landscapes. And here is my observatory. I acquired the Orwicks from the same fellow who sold me this here telescope. Allows me to spy on all the worlds in this system and gaze at stars in other systems as well. She walks across the room and touches a wall, whereupon another one of these windows opens in front of the telescope. Would you care to have a look, anyone?
Yeah, I'll take a look. Why not?
Good. Now please just step up and place
I got apple in my mouth, too. Okay.
place one of your bright little eyes right here into the viewfinder. And as you do so, the telescope seems to be pointed at the planet you recently escaped, Toril. Toril is covered in crystalline vines engulfing the entirety of the planet.
Hey, I know that place.
Oh, is that right? Now, were you there recently? Hopefully
Not
before
recently.
the whole crystal
Oh
vine
yeah. Before that, yeah. Actually, it was right before that. Technically, like it was when we were getting. Oh wait, hold on. I said something about like need to know basis. Boss, what was that again?
We don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sure you do, boss. You know the thing with the vines and stuff?
Wasn't there a
You
whole
remember
thing
the
about
casino?
why I've been brought on board here is to help stop the expansion of the crystalline vines and...
He looks over at Helena.
Sorry.
Now, what in the astral space is going on here? Huh? Is there something that you all need to tell me?
We don't need to tell you anything.
What? And perhaps you can enlighten me as to why you arrived on my doorstep riding a Kandori of all things. Mr. Crux, as far as I know, you have your own ship. He looks down and takes his hat off and rings it in his hands.
Unfortunately, Toppola, I may have lost that ship in a bit of a gambling debt.
Oh, Mr. Crux. She places a hand on his big shoulder. It will be all right. We'll be able to get your ship back one day, I know. But that does not answer the question upon how you came to be in riding distance of Kandori. And I believe I am owed at least some moderate explanation. He looks
Hey, wait a
specifically
second.
at Helene.
You don't ride them like normally?
No, my dear Pine Sol, no, I do not.
We
Oh.
don't even know how we did it. Not really, at least.
I do.
Well, you maybe. We gotta talk about that. Okay, fine. There's a problem going around. I don't know how you don't know about it yet. It sounds like if you're as connected as you say you are, or whatever you might be doing here in this place.
If you are referring to the Xaryxian Empire expanding its influence by planting these crystalline vines across many different planets, then yes, I am fully aware. Now, my
So you
question
know-
more happens to do with what is your involvement?
I mean, we're just trying to be good people, I guess.
We're trying to be heroes.
Trying to make some money.
No, yeah,
No?
we're
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Crux, it seems that you have fallen in with another crew of misfits. Well, doesn't this feel like home?
And he looks up and smiles. Oh, they do remind me of the old crew, Toppola. They are quite the cards in their own right, and, well, despite as much as they don't like saying it, there's a couple of hearts of gold in here somewhere.
Mine is made
I
of
sure.
straight copper, please.
And I'm sure it is just as
far
shiny.
more valuable these days.
But I see underneath one of the hoods back there that there is some quite sparkly eyes for one you call boss, and another one of which has yet to speak. Two astral elves in our midst, and yet we are speaking of Xaryxian empires and thwarting their influence.
Oh, you're talking about Twilight Sparkle Eyes. He's my bodyguard.
Hold on.
Stop.
Okay, why does that pique your interest? Of all things, what do we have to do with them?
I only wish to know what your allegiances may be before we begin to speak of dismantling one of the most powerful empires in the Astral Sea.
I feel like we've been clear about that. I feel like your only holdbacks are maybe the fact that you think you're better than everyone.
Excuse me, I do not believe that. I know that.
Okay. Yep. There it is.
Now, you and the bodyguard you said, Pine Sol?
Mm-hmm.
Xanth will pull back
Yeah.
his hood here, his long white hair spilling down. I was Lieutenant Xanth of the Xaryxian Empire until I was soundly defeated by Pine Sol and the crew. And I did realize the error of my ways, find myself in alliance with them, thwarting what atrocities my own people are committing. Toppola will.
Yeah, see, we thought that he was going to, come after us, and we took him as prisoner, and then I was like, oh, he's not that bad of a guy. And then we let him loose, and then we are like, okay, we'll drop you off at this rock, you don't, here, take your armor too, it's okay, you're going to need it just in case, you might get, killed or stabbed or robbed or something on the rock, because he wouldn't last a couple days. And so then we went and we met Mr. Fancy Pants with his bird, who's still a robot, broken at the moment. And then we come out, and then we notice that, Twilight Sparkle Eyes is there with a lot of his elven guard, and we're like, oh my gosh, you betrayed us. And he's like, I'm sorry. And then when I got hurt, he's just like, just kidding. And then he stabs them. And then, yeah, so he double crossed them. And yeah, now he's hanging out with us.
It's a classic story.
There are quite a lot
Triple
of
A,
double
remind me to
crosses.
sit down with Pine again and go over this whole need to know stuff, whatever. Yeah.
It's all right, my friends. You are in safe hands. Commodore Crux and I, well, we used to do some sailing back together. Many years gone now. You are welcome here to sit and rest and eat and make yourselves at home. Though I do think, now that the tour is at an end, Commodore, what would you like from me? Begin to talk some business. Crux, again, looks at her and says,
Well, I was hoping you'd have a map of Doom Space. There are rumors that there's a bit of a coalition pulling itself together to array itself against the Xaryxian Empire.
I'm sorry, Mr. Crux. I do not have a map of Doom Space, but I do have something that can assist you. I have an orrery, a wild space orrery. It is an arcane device that can track the positions and movements of suns, planets, moons, comets, everything within the system itself, projecting a map for a potential Spelljammer to observe and navigate with. But I do have a request before parting with such a gift.
Here he comes.
A void scaver has started prowling around my tower. I call her Big Mama because she's enormous. I'm surprised you didn't come across her on the way in, but then she can be hard to see, except for her big single red eye. I'll give you the Ori if you slay Big Mama for me.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Well,
It's kind of
Yeah.
what we do, honestly.
I am very.
Wait, we're
glad to
taking a
hear.
job to finish our current job.
Not the first time we worked 2 jobs at one time.
It's, I mean, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It
he's
sucks
right.
every time.
As a just general note, Pine, you get this sinking feeling upon being asked to destroy this creature. Your card,
Wait a second.
as I just drag you on over to this side here and be able to see a little bit better. Your card is the Skull card. Your next combat will be much, much harder.
That's what he said last time.
Uh-huh.
You were here
tried.
last week when he almost killed me 3 times.
So,
Oh boy.
we'll do what you need to do to prepare. We'll have a bit of a meal and, well, feel free to relax for a time and, you know, we'll keep an eye out here. Perhaps I will have some of the Orwicks set a watch to see when Big Mama's coming around and then you can handle the situation. Oh, that is good and wonderful. Now, well, let's go have a meal then, shall we?
I'm very hungry.
Well, that's all right. You can just sit then. This leads to a little bit of downtime, a conversation over a small meal, and whatever preparations you would like to make to handle the situation with this Big Mama. Any ideas
don't even-
that
I
you
don't-
want to implement? Uh-huh.
Where do you think exactly we're going to find this creature?
Well, she does seem to like coming up to the docks and eating my birds. So I would, perhaps just outside, wherever one of my birds is, Big Mama likes to come prowling.
What? Then let me just ask here. Then, have you thought about what if you got rid of the birds?
I beg your pardon, I would never get rid of my birds.
Sorry,
Do you know
my
how
mistake.
rare
I
birds
thought
are
as
out
much.
in the astral sea?
Yes, it was a foolish idea. Now that I think about it, dude. Of course you wouldn't get rid of the birds. Of course you wouldn't.
What happens when you step away from your birds?
What happens when I step away from them? Why, nothing. They are birds.
Yeah, like
Continue
if
to
you're
do so.
separated from your bird.
I suppose that the Orwicks would continue to feed them, and the tower basically runs itself and allows me my studies. I suppose they would continue on living.
You don't just drop to the floor and become lifeless.
Why in the world would birds drop to the floor and become lifeless if I
No,
am
no.
not in the
No,
room?
you.
Oh,
no, you.
myself. Do you think I am powered by
Yeah.
some birds?
Just asking a question. Just wondering.
Just
No.
make it polite conversation.
I do not know if this is polite, but it is indeed a conversation. No, I do not think, perhaps, that I dropped to the floor without these birds. So, speaking of curious animals, what is that little red teddy bear looking thing that you seem to be traveling
That's
with?
Stop.
That is Stop?
Just, mhm, mhm.
That's his name.
What is...
Little stop.
What is a
Yeah, Lil Stop.
Lil Stop?
It's like what you are to the birds.
Yeah.
I meant what type of creature? I'm not sure I understand what you are trying to say.
Red panda.
It's just a panda. You never seen a panda before?
I have not seen a panda before. No, this would be my first time.
Yeah, they're from, I don't know, the planet we were on before.
Interesting. Planet Toriel, the one that's covered in crystalline vines? Well,
Yeah, pretty much the last of its kind, if you know.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Well, it seems to be getting sick all in one of my bird's nests. And you look over at Lil Stop, and it is he is throwing up into one of the bird's nests, just hacking, coughing, and bleh. And out comes a long piece of fabric. And it keeps coming out of his tiny little body until a full cloak is set right there. And I love cards.
Well, he's never done that before. Whose card is that?
Triple A.
Oh, yeah.
Triple A. Draw on the Sun card, which is a wondrous item. Lil Stop regurgitated a cloak of protection that it had consumed at some previous time.
Theoretically, with my card, could I change that to mine?
Well, you do have the Fate card. Generally, yeah, you would change the
I won't
action
do
of
that, but I
him
would just think it'd be funny.
regurgitating, not his card. The card lies outside the game.
Sure. I would just thought it would be
Yeah, that'd be
cruel,
really
but
That'd
funny.
be funny.
There is a bile-covered cloak of protection on the ground.
Oh.
Well, that
What-
is curious.
Well,
Do all pandas
seems
do this?
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Triple A is gonna pick up the coat and kind of shake off the vomit.
Yeah.
And then he'll, well, it's a nice piece of fabric.
Yeah.
Come in handy.
I do see the markings on it look to be somewhat magical. Are you sure it's safe to put on?
Well, it's
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, let's find out. He's gonna throw it on over his clothes.
Absolutely. Yeah, and as you do so, fortunate thing about the cards is that it is instantly attuned to you and your body, and for you get to decide what it looks like. What does your cloak of protection look
Oh
like?
yeah. It looks like just a better duster than the one I was wearing.
Cleaner, nicer, newer, more resilient.
Yeah, just a
Does it have
nicer,
copper
just a
trim?
nicer leather with it's got all the trim and it's like one of those like cowboy leathers. It's got the like embroidery like branches across the back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For everyone at home who may not be
Mm.
familiar with the cloak of protection, it is +1 bonus to AC and all saving throws while you wear the cloak.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Only one card left, and we'll
Incredible.
get to that in a little bit. All right, Helene, you'll be fine. As you clean off this particular
Oh, yeah,
nice
I'm always fine.
coat, have a meal and settle in. Do you have any ideas on how to distract Big Mama or handle the situation coming up?
Guys, I first of all, I don't know. Okay, guys, do you think this Big Mama is like a bad person, or are we getting set up here?
It sounds like some sort of creature from what I was gathering.
Yeah, so as a note,
but
you would
could be a
know
person.
what a scaver is. It is a large space fish, essentially.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
which you are eating a portion of scaver for one of these meals. Those of you that are eating.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, what it sounds like is she just wants us to kill the wolf that's eating her chickens.
Yes.
Well, now that I think about it, how big is the creature, if I might ask?
Well, Big Mama is quite large.
Well, if you had to give it compared to Pine Saw, how big?
Compared to Pine Saw, I believe Big Mama could consume
Yeah,
Pine
how
Saw
many?
in singular gulps.
That is what I was hoping you would say. Listen, and Pine Saw, you remember when you had tied the rope around yourself and I had winched it in?
Yeah.
What if, and you know, just spitball here. What if we used you as bait to reel in this fish?
You still got your costume?
Are you hacking crazy? You want me to be bait?
But no harm will come to you. You just get in the mouth and then I reel it in and job done.
Make the robot bird do it.
Well, that actually is not a bad idea either. Commodore, would we potentially borrow your companion?
He's got like a fork full of scaver meat just in his mouth. Or
I'm sorry, what was that?
We were wondering if we could take your companion there for a jaunt around the grounds.
I suppose I don't see why not.
takes the little parrot and he goes,
No, have a little fish.
feeds it a little fish, and he goes, hands over a bird.
This is the robotic parrot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
This is the parrot that everyone but Crux knows is a robot.
While I've got it in my hands, I want to investigate it to see if it's sentient.
Okay. How do you want to evaluate that? Because you're gonna have to, it's like giving it a Turing test, right? Like, how do you evaluate that the bird is sentient?
As I turn away from Crux remote, I just whisper to the bird, "We're going to feed you to a giant space fish. Whereabouts you will be deceased."
Polly want a cracker! Polly want a cracker!
Seems fine.
Well played.
Yeah, here, give it a cracker there, Triple A.
Yes. Okay. If you insist. As he.
Wait, did
actually-
Crux hear this?
Oh,
No, I think-
he
no,
probably
I
heard the
turned.
squawking of the parrot, right?
Oh, okay.
I take the cracker, and I actually throw it in my mouth, and you just hear the sound of like blenders, like, and then I'm gonna baby bird it into the. Here, allow me.
Cracker dust. Yeah. And it will eat it, and upon it being done in a very like somewhat Iago-esque fashion, it leans closer and goes, if you ever do that again, I will find your off switch and never turn you back on.
Well.
What? Polly wants another cracker! Polly wants another cracker!
I knew it. I'm gonna hold on to that bird tightly though.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
You got mechanical bird. All right. Excellent. So the plan here, you want to take the bird around the grounds and
Tie a rope to it.
okay. Yeah. It seems willing to just go about this, right? Like it's okay.
Okay.
And it's just, I guess, keeping up the appearances. And so you want to go outside with the bird.
Yeah, wherever the big mama is, I wanna
Yeah.
tie that rope to the bird and put the other end in my mouth.
Okay. rest of the crew, are we joining outside? See if we can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How tall is this tower? Like this first level of this tower?
The tower itself is almost 30 feet tall. Second portion is another 30 feet. The third portion is just above 30 feet. It's about 100 total feet tall, but it is a bit topply, right? Like it's a bit angled.
Mm-hmm. But theoretically, I could stand in one of these perches?
If you would climb up to one, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Is that what you want to do?
Before she gets here, yeah, before Big Mama gets
Sure,
here.
I think with that, because remember, Toppola can make windows in the interior. So she can basically just open up a window for you on the second floor or something like that for you to just stand at or be out on the edge on, if you wanted. You want to do that?
That's what I want to do.
Sure, okay. So you're going to be kind of like up and out of the way. We've got 2 different maps for this. Everyone at home, don't worry. We'll just kind of, we'll make sure it's all visually cool. Yeah, and so AAA is out there. Xanth is with Pine. Sartell is kind of like around that area too. I think Flapjack's probably just going to stay inside. Toppola, staying inside because, she wants you to do the job. Does anyone else have a specific area they want to be in for this, to try and like lay this trap for the creature? Any ideas? We can kind of just let AAA do the thing.
Pine, you don't have wings. You don't have like feather fall or anything, right?
No.
Okay.
I got 4 arms.
Speaking of that, when the time comes, depending on how big Big Mama is, I may need some assist turning the winch.
Yeah. I'm gonna go right here, right behind Triple A, and I'm gonna hunch down into a ball and scoot into the ground, and I'm gonna use chameleon carapace, and I'm gonna blend into the ground.
Yeah. Okay, roll just for this, roll stealth with advantage.
Might want to tell Xanth to hide behind a rock or something.
Okay. You are hidden as much as you can. But yeah, Xanth, that's fine. He'll hide behind the singular rock that's here. But Pine, you basically become the color of the things there. But your armor doesn't change. It's still just there. It looks like a rock-wearing armor, which is very curious looking, but your body is at least hidden for the time being. Okay.
So to do it properly, you got to be the invisible man and remove your clothes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, okay. AAA, what do you do?
I walk out to the dock where the the sightings have been of Big Mama, and tie the rope to the parrot, and then kind of release him up with that rope connected to my mouth, and then I'm just gonna stand there motionless, just perfectly sentry mode.
Perfect.
Even my eyes are gonna shut down, like the color, and I'm just gonna go.
Okay, yeah. You can go ahead and roll me a stealth check here as well. Basically, you're just trying to be unnoticed, right? And we'll see how that pans out. 7.
Oh no!
Hell yeah!
No!
And as the bird squawks about flapping its wings up above AAA's now somewhat powered down self, Polywater! There's a ripple in space next to where the parrot is flapping about, and a creature comes out of the warp. It is very large, and it has very, very many teeth. And it also is, I love the handout for this because it's very fun. Has one big red eye on a stalk. And it makes its way very, very quickly towards the bird and our party. With that,
she wants the eye specifically, right?
she just wants Big Mama dead.
I thought she said something. Oh, maybe it's just a description. Okay.
Correct. But with that, we're going to take our break. And when we come back, combat with Big Mama begins.
Shit, you don't fuck with Big Mama.
You don't fuck with Big Mama. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining us for Spelljammer Adventures in Space.
Okay.
Welcome back. DieFall presents Spelljammer Adventures in Space. And we're about to get spicy in Space with a little bit of combat. Big Mama has made their appearance here. I do need all of my compatriots to roll me initiative. Please and thank you. As Big Mama does take the swooping in out of the portal there to instantly gulp up our would-be bird-like friend, just taken. AAA, just on a rope now, okay? All right. And then I'll roll
I rolled
Crux and
myself
everyone
instead
in.
of my character, but we can take my roll if you want.
You rolled yourself?
Did you roll a 2? Oh my god.
Yes. Good.
We can do that one, because I didn't.
No. You think you're getting away with this?
No, that's why I said I was like I wanted to let you know that I rolled, but I didn't roll it as like my character, but I still rolled.
That is a nice 0. We love
so
it, Pine.
still counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, this is perfect. As Big Mama snaps up the bird here, Crux yells, "Polly! Oh no! Quick! Reel him in!" Comes running out to where AAA is. Come on now! Get him back! Give him back!
Yeah, calm down. I'm working on it. As his arm is just like.
Yeah, he's gonna make the Crux is gonna do a help action for this with you. So that is gonna be his thing. AAA, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Right?
I mean, I assume I gotta try to reel this thing in. So I suppose I would spend an action doing that.
All right.
Yeah, thinking gotta do the action, trying to reel this fish down towards our party to pull it in. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So
Can't
this
really
is gonna be.
grapple it. It's too big for that.
So basically, you're gonna do an athletics check, right? It's like reeling in a really big fish. So it'll be a contested athletics check. You will have advantage due to the assistance from Crux, right? His big old hippo-y arms trying to crank this thing down with you here, and then Big Mama is gonna be making a strength check against. So go ahead and roll. You can roll it one more time here.
Okay.
Big Mama gets a 21 on her check. And so, as you're trying to reel her in, you realize you're at an impasse, right? And you can't crank any more down here, and Big Mama is pulling away from you. That is your action. What else would you like to do?
I would, is my homunculus out?
Yeah, I can pull him out. He's just here. I have the joop little token.
I suppose as a was really a bonus action, but I suppose the only thing else I would do would be to kind of prepare him to use his action when the fish gets close enough.
Okay.
Kind of hold his action.
Okay, what is the action he's holding?
That's a great question. I gotta remember what my homunculus can do. It is the I think it does like a fire cannon.
Yeah, you can do it. So he functions or can function as your cannon. So he has like the fire cannon. He can do force
That's right,
ballista,
that's
I
right.
think, and all that stuff.
Let's do force ballista.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, sure. So he's force ballista set up and ready for whenever Big Mama comes into range, should that happen. Excellent. I think Sartell yells out here, he's like, I mean, what do you want me to do? You can run up to the edge here. It's gonna just like throw a dagger at Big Mama, I guess. Doesn't really have many ranged options. That's a 13. That is not gonna be able to hit here as it goes sailing off into space. Helene, standing on the stairs currently of the tower. What do you want to do?
Yeah, what? So how far in Did Big Mama get reeled in? Like she's not within 30
super
feet, right?
far. No. No. She is somewhere like up in the spatial area, some 15, 20 feet.
Okay. I guess I should ask if it's reeled all the way in, is that within 30 feet of me?
I mean, so she's out at the edge of the dock
totally
is some like 40 feet, and then up in the air as well. So,
okay.
I mean, what is the plan? What do you want to try and do here?
Well, because I want to Starlight step onto her.
Oh. Starlight step is 30 feet, right? Just total.
Yeah.
You could run, jump, and then Starlight step.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So if she's like, so how far total do you think she is right now? Or
So
would say
from
she
you
is?
right now, so we've got it on 2 separate maps here, so at home it's gonna be a little bit weird, but she is 50 feet horizontal from you.
Okay.
And then like a 10-foot drop onto her.
A little below me? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So I can make probably a 10, 15-foot jump, right?
If you get a running start, yes, right? And you see the edge of the tower here has about 10-foot start?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So from that, you can basically do a long jump here, right? Which is your strength in distance is what you can travel.
Okay. Strength and distance? Ooh, 7 feet?
Okay, I'll give you an athletics check for the extra foot you might need. And then you can Starlight
We're
step.
gonna do that then.
Okay, absolutely.
All right, so let me get this thing going.
Oh yeah, that's a good two. Okay, so we look over to the side here. And again, this is the other map that I have. And we're gonna watch as Helene takes a running, leaping jump off of this here, is able to travel basically to here, and then starts traveling in an arc downwards, right? That's how jumps work.
Yeah.
And then you Starlight step from here to up above it, and then fall directly on top of Big Mama.
Yes, sir.
That is your movement and your action. What else are you doing as you're now on top of the fish?
I think I'm just holding on for dear life.
Okay, yeah. So this is a grapple without restraining them. So roll me an athletics check to just hold on.
Okay.
Because the creature is going to travel, right? Yeah. Okay, that's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
We will take that into account. Excellent. Love that. Xanth, I think, here is going to pull out his longbow and probably yell to Pine. He's like, Pine, I know you're all bundled up at the moment. I really hope I'm supposed to be shooting this thing. And it's going to just pop off 2 longbow attacks here. 18 will hit, 14 just misses. The 18 will hit for 10 piercing and 18 radiant damage. Yeah.
Dang.
Okay. Oh, good. It's Big Mama's turn here. We're going to do a little quick math here. So Big Mama's kind of being held here and also has Helene up top. Big Mama's going to try and pull away from the dock. Kind of back over to, this far side this way. So what I need from AAA is an athletics check or to be dragged off the dock.
Wish I got a cloak of athletics.
It's just a tracksuit.
That is a 9. Oh no.
Do I still have advantage? Is
No. So Crux, the help action only applies for the one
Right,
thing, right? Okay. Yeah. So from there, okay, you get dragged off with Helene.
Good.
Just out into space over this direction. You're now dangling out in space, which is good and fun for everyone involved.
Just pulled behind on a rope.
Yeah. And then Big Mama is going to attempt to shake Helene off. And that'll be the action, is to shake Helene off. So, Helene, I need an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
15 looks good. Okay, Big Mama rolls an 11 here. So you're able to keep your grip on the fish. All right.
Cool.
Pine, you've been hidden this entire time. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna say surprise, and I'm gonna cast I'd like to cast Guiding Bolt on Big Mama.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll Guiding Bolt for me. 22 absolutely will hit. Here, click Guiding Bolt, and we'll see how much damage we end up doing here.
Okay.
We upcast it for 20 total points of damage, slamming into the fish. It goes, "Whoa." And as it opens its mouth, the rope slides out a little bit from where it had swallowed. And so we watch as AAA drops down a little bit further, still dangling on the rope. But you do deal 20 points of damage here, and also mark it with that magical glow. So anyone who attacks it next has advantage.
I'm gonna
Excellent.
use my movement. Right there, right by the edge.
Okay, right on the edge.
When did Pine move to the bayou? God damn it, I'm gonna move over here.
Gonna go right on over here, real quick, like with my little legs.
Dang old gators and things.
I've been catching crawdads since I was a little boy.
All right.
This big old fish ain't gonna be nothing.
Pine, do you have any bonus actions you'd like to take here?
No, I do not.
All right. Commodore Crux sees you flying away. Unhand my bird and my friends. And he's gonna, with his muskets here, firing at the fish. His first one will be at advantage, which will be an 18. That will hit. The second is an 8 and sails wide, whizzing over Helene's head. Okay, that consumes the mark. Yep.
Why do I imagine Commodore Hux just being Danny from the Always Sunny?
What?
Just blasting.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
So
Yeah.
anyways,
Just
email
blasting, dude.
He really is. He pulls out both muskets, just pow, 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 pow. Okay, that's what he does. He deals 11 points of damage, and that's about it. AAA, you are dangling from a rope out in space, 15 feet below the fish. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm just gonna bite down on that rope to hold myself onto it, and then I'm going to. Ooh. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray
Okay, yeah,
at the fish.
sure.
So
Yeah.
as I'm dangling around, the 22 to hit.
Yep, do 22. The first one hits, you get 2 more.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget.
It's 3 total shots. 21 absolutely hits.
Oh, it's a 10.
As you're like swinging back and forth here, 2 of the 3 do indeed hit, which is great. That's pretty awesome. Go ahead and roll the fire damage. 7 on the first and 5 on the second for a total of 12 more points of fire damage here. Nicely done. Okay.
And I guess bonus action, use that Force Ballista,
Yeah, okay.
which is I believe, yeah, let's see, I don't remember. Been so long.
It has been a while. Your bonus action, you basically have a force cannon or coming out of
17.
your chest here. 17 absolutely hits
It's 2d8
for 2d8 more force damage. Wow. Yeah, another
we
8
go.
points of damage. And at this point, the fish has taken quite a lot of hits, but you realize something here. Both Helene and AAA, and probably more specifically AAA, as you're like dangling and you're being pulled down to the gravity plane of the asteroid. But we are now exiting the radius of the gravity plane of the asteroid. You are starting to lose the weight that you have and starting to just float without much gravity holding you down.
I guess it out of the side of my mouth as I'm biting on this rope. Hey there, boss. It may get hard to breathe momentarily.
Yup. Okay. Sartell from the side here, she can't reach you with anything. I'm not sure what to do here. Pine,
Where's
can
the
you
sword?
help them? All right, that's good. Helene, you're on top of the fish.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
And at fear of reaching anywhere and losing my grip, we're going to shock the freaking shit out of this fish.
Okay.
And I'm going to use Shocking Grasp.
Absolutely, yeah. It's still like the entire time here. It's not that you're sitting on it. It's shaking you. It's trying to like cast you off here. So you're going to reach out and try and grab it with your Shocking Grasp spell. Go ahead and roll.
I imagine I'm holding on to something like I've never held on to something before.
A 12! Unfortunately, it pitches away just as you're able to get the spell off here, and you're unable to make contact with the fish as you're just dangling off the side now, barely holding on.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that's all I got.
All right. Xanth is going to make a way forward here. Pine, what do we do? He's going to fire off a couple more of these shots. 6 on the first, 22 on the second. The 22 will find the mark for 16 total points. Our fishy friend is looking very much injured at this point, definitely bloodied. But as it pulls everyone outside the gravity plane, Helene, you begin to like float here. You're still holding on, right? You begin to float weightlessly. AAA, you do as well. And what this allows is for Big Mama to basically make a swing around in the 0G and come back to try and gulp you down. Big, wide mouth here, coming closer to you. It's going to make a swallowing bite. That is a 27 to hit.
That's on me.
27 to hit, AAA.
27. Yeah, definitely not gonna be able to. Not even with the
Swallowed
shield.
by the fish. This will, oh my gosh. This deals 51 piercing damage.
Shit just got biblical.
51 piercing damage. And
I'm
you are
dead.
swallowed. Wait, or be swallowed. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Woo! Okay,
Yeah.
I get a +1 to these because of my cloak.
So it's already there. I added the cloak. All
Oh,
of it's already
perfect.
included. A 14 is not enough.
Damn it.
Oh no.
We watch as our autonome friend AAA gets swallowed into the fish's mouth.
So do I take the damage?
You take the damage. A swallowed creature is blinded and restrained, and takes acid damage at the start of each of Big Mama's turns due to the digestive juices of the gullet. As you are swallowed, however, you do come very much in contact with a tiny little mechanical bird that is pockmarked and has different like holes in its metallic body now, no longer looking much like a bird, but truly the robot that it is. It goes, I blame you for this.
AAA as he comes in and takes this damage, and I'm gonna go unconscious before my eyes blink and just shut down. I'm just gonna reach up with like a shaky, like glitchy hand, like and just like tip my hat to the bird.
And AAA has been swallowed. Pine, what do you want to do?
All right, we're gonna attempt to fry this fish. I'd like to use my nat 20.
Okay, what are we doing it? What are we using?
Well, you see here, I'm gonna go ahead and use a fireball.
Fireball?
Yeah, no, scorching ray.
There we go. Okay, so here's the thing. Scorching Ray would apply to one of the attacks, right? So one of them gets the natural 20. All right, so that one ray would get doubled, but you still have 3 total attacks against the creature. So one gets the nat 20, and then you're gonna roll 2 more standard rolls for more Scorching Ray. Cool? Make sense? All right, cool. So first one's a nat 20. We're good there. 24 on the next, 25 on the one after that. So what I'm gonna want you to do here is you're gonna click that Scorching Ray button 4 times. That'll include the double for us for the nat 20 spent there. Nice, excellent. 6, 5, 11, and another 6. So 22, 27 total points of damage as fire lances out from Pine's many different hands. It must succeed. Having dealt enough damage, The Scaver, Big Mama, must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, of which it fails, and AAA and the bird get regurgitated out. AAA
that's what I'm talking
still
about.
dangling from the rope. The thing is, the bird was on the other end of the rope.
Oh boy.
AAA, I would love for you to roll me a D100.
Oh, perfect. 'Cause I'm unconscious dangling with this bird.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
A 40. The rope doesn't get snagged on any one of the teeth. Our bird and AAA are just floating out in space outside of the gravity plane. Okay. All right. Excellent. Pine, bonus action or otherwise? Good usage of that nat 20 too. No? Good?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm good. Yep.
Crux sees the bird.
Baldy! Oh no, Baldy!
He's gonna take his rope and attach it to this here, and he's gonna attempt to run and jump outside of the gravity plane to go help you.
How high is he gonna jump for that?
He does have a strength score of 18, and it's more out than it is up
Oh yeah.
for him to escape the gravity plane. So that's what he's gonna do. He rolls a 23 on his athletics check and is going to leap outwards. So he's gonna be able to get, with a running start, he can get up to that 20-foot mark and outside the gravity plane of the asteroid. So now he's floating out here with a rope, attempting to get to AAA and more likely his parent. Either way, AAA, it is your turn, and I need a death saving throw. Fortunately, it's not an auto fail. That's a 10. That's one success. We take those.
Woo.
Yeah. Fortunately, you're not being digested, so it's not an auto
Yep.
fail. We love that. I think Sartell, with this, she can't help, so she's just gonna run down here to perform the help action on the rope when Crux is able to get to you all. That'll be her thing. Helene, you are still on the fish. What do you want to do?
You're damn right I am.
What's
You're
the
damn
play?
right I am. Helene is gonna attempt to stand up and run up the eye stalk
Okay. Yeah.
and try to affect the eyeball to steer it like a horse towards the rock.
I love it. First things first, acrobatics check to balance on the damn thing and get up there. Okay?
Yep.
And then the second thing
Hopefully
I'm going to
balance
want
is
you to
not
do.
too much of a problem.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then we'll see how this goes first. Let's see if you get there.
Okay.
That is a 7. You get up to the eye stalk, slip. Roll me a dexterity saving throw. Nice. You grab onto the eye stalk, holding it there as it's like looking down at you, and there's just teeth in the maw directly in front of you.
Uh-huh.
You can still attempt to direct it by doing this, but it may not be easy.
Uh-huh.
You still want to try that?
Or
Like swing it around by the eye stalk?
So I'm hanging from the eye stalk right now, right?
Staring into its mouth, yes.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. How badly have we damaged it so far?
It is definitely bloodied. And you watch
Okay.
Pine's last spells like lancing through its flesh, right? You can smell
Got it.
It smells much like the food that you just had, right? It's this barbecued scaver steak.
Okay. So then, while basically staring into its eyeball, I want to cast sleep.
Okay. Sleep here. Does it have somatic components? Does it have S next to it?
Not that I see.
I think it does, but
It might, but I don't.
so it should be V, S, and
Right
M
click.
are the different ones here. It is
It's
one
all-
action. V, it's all of them. Okay. So what I want you to do is, because you're holding onto this and you still have to perform the somatic component for it,
Mm-hmm.
roll me basically your spell casting ability. So this will be like the strength of your spell if you're able to get this off in your current position. All right, your level of focus. That makes sense?
So wait,
What is your spell
what am I
casting
rolling?
ability? What is your spell casting ability? I believe it's intelligence.
Oh, is it intelligence?
Because you're
Is it intelligence? Because I'm a rogue.
you are an arcane trickster. Yes, which means you're
Yeah.
you're
Is it
intelligent. So this is
Okay.
going to just be basically an intelligence check. So can you
Okay.
alter the spell while in this area to be able to cast it single-handedly while dangling
Mhm.
from the fish? Realizing that while you're here, the sleep spell is going to affect your area. You know that, right? It's an
Mhm.
area of effect spell.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Roll me the
Let's do it.
intelligence check. Let's see if you can make this work. This is a 6. Okay, the sleep spell is gonna go off. Roll me the sleep spell. Let's see how it affects the area.
Ooh, wait, how does her... Can I cast at level 2?
Can you? You do not have any level 2 spell slots.
Yeah,
Looking at
that's
your
what I
sheet, it
thought.
doesn't even
Okay.
say you have any level 1s left, but that's okay. For 20 total
Oh.
points.
Oh, I haven't reset it. That's
It's
probably
okay.
why.
For 20 total points, Helene, as the sleep powder settles both over you and Big Mama,
Huh.
you watch as it seems to get a little sneezy and then is unaffected by the sleep spell. It roars out at you, and you watch as its jaws get ever closer to chomping down.
Got it.
Okay, you have a bonus action remaining. Anything you want to
Can I dash on top of the eyeball?
do?
So I'm not hanging
currently
anymore?
Hanging from it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a check of some kind, athletics or acrobatics, to get back up. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I can do acrobatics.
15. Yeah, absolutely. That'll be enough. You'd like swing yourself back up onto its back using your bonus action dash.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Xanth, watching all of this chaos, is gonna come up to Pine and be like, Pine, do you want me to just keep shooting at him?
Yeah, we want that.
All right. And Xanth will let off 2 more radiant arrows in that direction. The 21 will hit for another 17 total points of damage. And then it is Big Mama's turn. Okay. Aline, he's gonna try. Big Mama's gonna try and shake you. Okay. So it's gonna be contested checks here, either acrobatics or athletics for you. The DC here is 24. Okay. I need a 24 athletics or acrobatics from Helene as he tries to shake, as Big Mama tries to shake you off. 20.
Oh,
It's close, but unfortunately, Big Mama is able to shake you from the top here, and basically you just go floating out into space. Now, remember, as soon as you're outside of the gravity plane and in this, you're not suffocating, but you do have like only your Constitution modifier left of air. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're out there, and now Big Mama's action was to just do that, and now she's gonna circle around you and prepare herself to try and swallow you on the next turn.
Yep.
Using a bonus action, Big Mama emits a magical ray from her eye that targets you, Helene, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Good save. Yeah. Just barely over it. You feel fear kind of clench at you here, and you're able to fight it down. Okay. Pine, what do you want to do? AAA is floating out unconscious in the middle of space. Helene also outside the air bubble, floating in space. Big Mama come around to try and bite them. What do you want to do?
All right, so right, this is what I'm gonna do. I got a grappling hook. All right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make Sparkle Twilight Eyes. I'm gonna make him hold one end, the grapple hook end, while I tie the other thing the rest of me, and I'm gonna jump out there and I'm gonna try and paddle.
Okay. to Helene or AAA?
To AAA.
Okay, so Crux is going out there and you want to go there too.
Oh wait, no. I see Crux going over there, and so I'm gonna go to Helene.
Okay. Now, what I need from you, this is a long jump, right? You get a running start, and then you leap out, right? I need an athletics check to see how much distance you can potentially get here. If you escape, basically, you have to jump far enough to escape the gravity plane of the asteroid. That is an 8, Pine. That is an 8. You take your running jump, but you don't clear the edge of the gravity plane, and you find yourself oscillating back and forth at the center of the gravity plane. Anything else you'd like to try and do?
Yeah, I'd like to try and wiggle my way out of this oscillating field.
Okay, you have the rope. You could pull yourself back, right? So you could do that. But other than that, you're kind of just, again, remember like really early on the Moon Dancer where we kicked that dude off and he was just like oscillating on the Moon Dancer's damn gravity plane? That's the experience you're having right now.
Oh man, it's like I made somebody experience this before. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. So yeah, you can try and drag yourself back. It'll take the rest of your movement to do so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try doing that.
Okay. All right, we can drag yourself back to the, like, kind of clambering up on the side of the asteroid here. You got a bonus action left. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Sparkle Eyes.
Yes?
Man, I'm not as young as I used to be. You know.
How old are you
I
anyway?
need you to throw me.
Oh. All right. Yeah, and he'll come up to you and sure, that'll be his next
I need you to
ability.
throw me towards the lane right now.
Okay. On his turn, Xanth will attempt to help you to throw you that direction to escape the gravity plane. Okay? All right. Crux, outside the gravity plane, swimming towards AAA. Let's see. Consider it's difficult terrain because he's swimming it. He will be able to get to AAA. He's going to grab onto you, and he's going to yell,
All right, Sawtail, bring us in. Looks, I'm so sorry, Polly.
and for the first time he sees Polly, that is just this mechanical thing. And
What happened to Polly? Oh.
but he's got a tight grip on you, AAA. Unfortunately, he can't heal you,
Perfect.
but he's got you here. All right, AAA, I need another death save.
Oh.
That's another 10. 2 successes. We take those. Sartell is going to start reeling you both in. As soon as you get back into the gravity plane, you start kind of oscillating back and forth as she is hauling you back up to the dock. This will take her full action to do so, but she will be able to get you here. That's her whole turn. Helene, you are floating out in space. What do you want to do?
Oh, is this stupid or is this super smart? Oh.
It can only be smart.
Smart.
It's only smart.
It can only be smart. You don't even know what I'm thinking.
Remember, this is just Muppets in space. It's all smart.
Yeah. Okay, so Big Mom is coming at me, mouth
Yeah.
open, I assume.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a scene out of Jaws.
We're gonna starlight step into the mouth.
Okay.
We're gonna starlight step into the mouth, mouth
stupid.
agape.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna take we're gonna take our dagger. Assuming this wasn't a movement, but this was something.
It was a bonus
so
action.
I can't use.
Can't steady aim.
Yes. Oh, I can. Okay, so we're gonna use steady aim.
You already used your bonus action to Starlight Step.
Right. Okay.
So no steady aim.
So we're just gonna stab it right in the freaking tongue. I assume it's got a tongue.
Sure, yeah.
Right in its tongue. Where
Right in its
all
tongue.
those nerve endings are. Where it hurts the most.
Avoid the teeth. That's a good call.
You teleport into its mouth and you go to stab and like the jaws just slam down around you. Unfortunately, that is a natural one, Helene. I don't think that hits.
What do you mean?
I am not sure that hits. All right. That's all of it, Helene. Xanth looks down at Pine and goes, "You sure you want to go out there?"
I'm positive. Now throw me.
All right. And Xanth will basically, he's just going to try and he's going to perform the help action for you to make the athletics check with advantage next time, okay? So he is ready to do that. Big Mama is just going to slam their mouth shut around Helene. Helene, this is gonna just hurt so bad. This will be 40 points of piercing damage. And you are swallowed by the creature. Okay? I need a dexterity saving throw to try and prevent being swallowed.
Is this the time to use it?
Hey, man, it is up to you.
Can I? Can I change fate here to where while it's closing its mouth so quickly because of how maybe so dumbfounded it is by the fact that I just jumped into its mouth, or it didn't even really see me go into the mouth, just felt something, stuck its tongue out and bit its tongue off?
Play your card, Helene.
I'm playing my fate card.
Play your card. Yeah, you can drag it out from your little holdings there, place it out on the field, and we'll make it a little bigger for everyone at home. The fate card has been played. Fate has been changed. And in this, Helene is able to dodge out of the way of the bite, and Big Mama slams through her own tongue, dealing 40 points of damage to herself. There is a and then a bunch of like swallowing action here. So I do need Helene still the dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
As also the mouth just begins filling with blood. That is a 12. Helene, the blood and the tongue all get swallowed.
Yep.
Does that dilute the acid?
It might. We're gonna find out. Helene, you avoid the majority of the damage, but you do find yourself being digested. So, okay. Fate has been changed, but now Big Mama is kind of, let's see. I think I'm gonna have her make a con check here. That is a natural 1. Big Mama doesn't immediately try and leave, but seems to be like, as most animals would, just kind of panicked, circling around, trying to figure out what's happening. Okay. Pine, do you still want to make this jump? Yeah? All right.
Oh yeah.
With the help from Xanth, you have advantage. Go ahead and roll me that athletics check, and let's see how far you can go. Come on. You got this. 21. Xanth launches you, and you leap out and across here, able to cover the 30 feet out necessary to be floating in the astral space here next to the Big Mama. Okay, you're out there. What do you want to do now?
So that was my action, right? Or
Yep,
was it?
you're
his
gonna
action?
have
That was
bonus
my
action and
Okay.
some movement.
Can I like possibly swim on over there and
Yeah,
like
so-
latch on?
Trying to move out in 0G here. So there are some, for everyone at home, yes, I understand there are specific rules for this, but I think it's much funnier if my players can just, like, I don't know, swim in weightlessness. You also launch yourself out there, so your momentum is still going to carry you in that direction. So with that, you're going to be able to travel, I think, yeah, another 10 feet, which is like right around where Big Mama is. You're out here. You're there. Now what?
Can I latch onto it?
That would be the next turn. You have a bonus action
Okay.
left, so you have something quick here. Whatever quick thing you might think to do.
I get out my rusty knives.
And make ready.
Yeah, I make ready.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Crux here. As he's looking over his poor little bird, Elena will yell at him, "Commodore, help him!"
Oh, right, of course, yes.
Gonna attempt a medicine check and pulls out like some bandages and things. Realizes he's looking down at a mechanical object. Has no idea what he's doing. I rolled a 2 on a medicine check to try and save AAA here. Commodore Crux is unable to do so. AAA, I need another death save.
Here we go. Oh, come on.
1 failure. Okay. Sartell looks down at AAA and says, "I do not know how to fix him. I'm not sure how we get this done. I don't have any potions. Pine, can you heal him?" And Pine's just out there, knives, about to drive into this fish. Okay. Helene, at the top of your turn, having been swallowed, you are blinded, restrained, and you take 11 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Okay? It is now your turn. You cannot see anything, and you cannot move. What do you want to do?
Cannot see anything, cannot move. Would shocking grasp hurt myself?
There's one way to find out.
We're just gonna have to freaking do it.
Does conduct electricity?
Yeah, does stomach bile conduct
We're
electricity?
gonna do some blood magic.
Okay, this is
Here we go.
with
Zip.
disadvantage. So you can
Okay.
roll it again, but a 9 is going to
9.
miss anyways. As you
Mhm.
basically, you try to shock here, but you can't find a way to move your arm enough to even get the spell active. You have a bonus action remaining.
I want to wiggle in such a way that actually gets me maybe closer to the the business end of the end of digestion.
You can certainly try. Roll
Just
me an
get a wiggle.
athletics. Let's see if it results in anything. That's a 9. You try it. You're giving it the effort. Let's put it that way. I don't know if you're gonna get there, but you're giving it the effort. We appreciate that. Okay. Xanth here, as he's holding on to the rope, goes, "Go, Pine, go!" And that's, about all he can do.
Shoot an arrow, push her further.
Big Mama, sans tongue, does note, Pine, that you are here, and is going to whip around and attempt to bite you. I think, wow, that's rather, it is a 12 to hit, as you're able to just nimbly dodge in 0G out of the way of some jaws as they slam down in front of you, blood spilling everywhere out of Big Mama's mouth. Pine, this positions you very nicely directly in front of Big Mama's face. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna stab its eye!
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, I don't have my rusty kitchen knives. As like a
dagger is fine. Do you have a dagger on you?
dagger.
But you wanted to use the rust.
I know. Poison damage.
No, I don't even
You don't even have a
dagger.
dagger. Hang on, I got you. I don't even have a dagger. When Roll20 eventually brings it up for me, we're just gonna drop that bad boy in there. All right, at the bottom of your attacks, you have a dagger.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. A 24 absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll dagger damage for 7. And then you have multiple hands. This is the first time you like really get to do this. You get to stab with another dagger if you'd like to.
Yeah!
Because you have many hands. And I think, isn't there like another thing that you get to do with those hands? Hang on. Your sheet does not want to open for me.
What them hands do?
Yeah, what them hands do. Secondary arms can manipulate an object, open, close a container, pick up, set down tiny object, wield a weapon that has the light property. So you have 3 offhand attacks, Pine, with your daggers, because you have 4 arms. So one is a primary arm attack, and then you have the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. All of them are offhand attacks.
Oh my god.
But you can make all of those attacks.
Imagine a Thrakeen rogue.
Yeah.
So with offhanded attacks, how do I roll it differently?
So we only take the die damage. That is the only thing that comes into play here is when you do the damage. Otherwise, it is rolled the exact same. So that's the second one does hit. The third one just hits, and the last one will also hit. So the first is 7. The second is another 2 for the damage, and then you're going to be able to roll these 2 more. So we're at 9 total. Then plus the 3 is another 3 and 3. Okay. Yeah. So it'll be 15 total points of dagger damage as you stab all 4 times with your rusty kitchen knives into the creature. Yeah, after Big Mama, really hurt herself in this. Pine, what does it look like as you kill Big Mama?
Well, you see here, I'm filled with intense rage as it attempted to eat my friends. So, I am now fueled by a burning, searing light within me, and I feel like it is the great blessing of the great light in space. And I proceed to stab the eyeball stalk multiple times with my rusty knife, and my last stab will essentially attempt to cut it off.
Perfect, and you do so. The little eyeball stalk thoof, falls away and begins spinning lifelessly in space. And as the scaver becomes lifeless here, its mouth hangs open, blood just kind of dribbling out and floating in little globules in the 0G. And our combat here comes to an end. The issue is we're not done yet because one of our dear friends is lying on the dock, dying. Pine, that is your turn.
Also, maybe drowning, maybe soon.
Maybe you may be drowning, maybe soon. But also, Commodore Crux looks down at AAA and just
I don't know what to do. I've never worked on one of these things. Toppola, help us! Do one of the gnomes know how to help?
And Toppola will like come to the door and look out, see what's happened with Big Mom. Oh my. Looks like you did rather well. Orwick, 3, 6, 1, and 8. Please do come out here and assist our friend AAA. And the 4 autognomes will come trundling out of the building here. And as they make their way towards the deck, they begin removing pieces of themselves. And as they crowd around AAA, closer to the shoreline here, they begin rebuilding you, utilizing the pieces of their body. This will bring you back up to 1 hit point. You are functional, and you are now made of slightly different pieces in some locations. With that, our combat does indeed end, but we
Hey,
need to
boss!
find out what happens to Helene.
Hey, boss, are you in there? I'm gonna try and pry open that mouth. Boss! Hello?
Helene, I need an athletics check for you to get out of here, or you're gonna start drowning.
Am I able to assist?
Helene, Helene needs to do the first one first because you've already done your action. A 12. A 12 is gonna be enough because it's not living anymore. You're able to drag yourself out of the acidic bile of the creature, and you are now just like hanging out the front bloody mouth of Big Mama.
So badly want to go the other direction. I'm not going to.
Oh, God, oh, man, you stink. What are you doing?
Don't you always think I stink? Is this anything new?
No, I mean, this time you, like, really stink. Oh, God, you gross. Don't touch me. That's,
Pine,
no.
Pine, can you grab onto Helene so I can reel you in?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
grab
wait.
onto me.
Yeah, don't touch me. Grab onto the carcass, and I'll hold the carcass. Don't touch me.
Wait, this is the goo from the carcass.
No, don't touch me. Just grab onto the carcass. Oh, God. You can't do it.
Sam looks at you grabbing onto the fish. He's like, oh, it's gonna be real heavy. All right, yeah. Crux, a little help. Commodore Crux will come trundling over, and with some assistance, making its way back through the gravity plane, able to kind of haul you up onto the asteroid here. Again, AAA, you are now conscious, though, like, looking up in the midst of all of these autonomes. One of them's, like, missing an arm now. Another one's got its belly open with all of its mechanical things just kind of, like, helping build your gears back.
I like to think that my eyes like just power back up and I sit straight up with my gun still in my hands and just fire them wildly into the air. It's like in the middle of an action that I was in. Pardon me, fellas. What happened to your? Seems you're missing a few parts.
There's some nods, and then one of them like points to different bits of now rather shiny pieces of metal on your body.
Oh well, well this is embarrassing. Thank you.
They just kind
I
of
don't have anything for you.
They just look at you. They don't say anything. They just look at you. Toppola goes, Owix, come on inside. Don't bother. Oh, sorry. I totally forgot she was a southern accent. Ha. Y'all did real well. Now, don't bother AAA. Now, come on inside and get back to work. We'll have them come back inside and continue working on the garden. They don't...
Yeah, AAA, we're stop doiling around and come here and do your function, acquire.
My apologies. Is he gonna take that rope from the rest of the crew and put it in the end of it in his mouth and let them winch his arm?
Just not very hard. Just a quick slap to Pine Sol. Hey, I'm talking about.
What? Don't touch me! Oh! Oh!
And it's at this moment, Helene, you feel something wash over you.
Other than the spit and grime
Other than
and stuff?
that, it does feel like, however, you're missing something.
My dignity.
Potentially. The Fool card.
Oh, wonderful.
This, for us and everyone at home, the Fool card we play a little bit differently in that you lose something, a memory, a sense, a bond, a feeling. What do you lose?
Something big or something small or something medium. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things we can lose here.
Yeah. It's not an object, right? It's a piece of self that is lost.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. It would be, I think, for the most part, for her specifically, especially because of all of these, because of what we walked into and, you know, this lady being very, very much a horrible, horrible person. She would probably lose a small chunk of her soul and be a little bit more. It would cause her to be a little bit more cold and have a little bit less of a grasp on the reality of people being mean or nice to each other.
Okay. Okay. And you feel that kind of wash over you here as you're like looking at Pine and, you know, telling them to not speak to AAA in that fashion, but you feel that sense of something. Maybe your heart's not in it.
It would turn into, so it'd be a slap as like a immediate reaction of like, don't be mean, don't be rude. But then kind of wash over her of like, I guess do whatever you want.
Are you okay, boss? Boss?
What's up? What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Did you swallow some of that icky stuff?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Just,
Okay.
it's fine.
Toppola comes down. Well, that was well done. I did not expect it to be so harrowing an experience, but I'm very happy that you were able to handle it. Now, for sure, you are able to utilize my little wild space Ori. I will give that to you. But while you were fighting, I did have a bit of an epiphany, a bit of a thought on something that we could do. I thought of something. Someone that we may be able to call. An old friend of mine that could, provide you with a ship, first of all, because I do not expect you to take on the entire empire from my humble abode. But you will need a way to go. And, well, he does owe me a bit of a favor. He's, a bit of a pirate. Name's Grimzard Garganhale. He's fought many battles against astral elves, and, well, we had a bit of a tryst that never amounted to much, but we peacefully broke up. He comes by from time to time trying to win my heart back, bless his soul. He has a small fleet of ships and may be able to be persuaded if I call in that favor. Now, do please come inside. I do think there might be a storm coming along. As you look off towards the horizon, there's this cosmic energy that is beginning to roil off and away. I would suggest we come inside and take a bit of a rest.
Yeah, I could use a little bit of a breather.
Okay.
And entering into
whatever.
the tower, she will shut the door, and you will note that she closes, like any of the openings that she had opened here, any of the windows are all just closed. She closes up the front door here as well. And just, storms like this can come and go, and sometimes they last longer than others, but we will be safe inside here, and I will set myself to sending Grimzard, and hopefully he can come out the other side there. So, take yourselves a little rest, and good work on the whole Big Mama thing. She hands over to Helene, the Wild Space Ori. It is a portable arcane device that can track positions and movements of all suns, planets, moons, and comets within the system itself. Projects a display of those bodies in space above its current location. In the display, a white pulsating pinprick of light marks the Ori's location. Little portable map action.
Cool. All right, put this in my bag. All right.
So go ahead and take a short rest if you would like to, spending hit die as you would, gaining whatever you can from that. Yeah, AAA took the big bites.
I don't even know how many hit die I have. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna need all of them.
So yeah, you should have recovered some from the long rest. You get half the total value back. So I expect you guys had all of yours at some point. So
Right.
Mhm.
I think I.
just depends on how many you want to spend.
I got 6. Probably got to spend all 6.
Okay. Excellent. So, as you are resting, Toppola goes up to her observatory and apparently sends a message off to this Grimzod Garganhale. She comes back during the middle of your rest and says, he seems amenable to it all. Says he'll come meet us. And that he'd be happy to see me, which I don't find overly surprising. He should be here in an hour or so, as long as that storm doesn't hold him up. So you continue your rest. Is there anything that you would like to do in the intervening amount of time as you have this storm assailing the tower?
Okay.
No, I got
Oh,
nothing.
yeah,
I think very specifically, Helene's gonna just be sitting there, kind of staring into nothing, not even in a trance.
AAA will come over to Lean for just a minute. Well, that was a close one there.
Hmm?
Yeah,
What?
luckily, yeah, a close one. I got knocked out. I don't even know how you got out, but
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time that something like that has happened. You all right?
well, yeah, I think so. Thanks to those gentlemen over there.
Yeah, cool. All right, yeah. What? Did you need something?
Well, no, I don't think I did, but I guess I'll just take a stroll. He's kind of sensing the odd mood of Helene. He's gonna walk over to the other otter gnomes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you again for providing me with the parts. Although I'm sorry that you now sans an arm.
Yeah, they kind of gather around you here.
Perfect.
And things that you've noticed is that they don't really talk. They don't really say or do much more than what Toppola tells them. But the one missing an arm speaks up. Well, now we can go on adventures just like you.
Oh, well, see, I was under the impression from your employer that you all didn't speak or think, really.
We do not speak often. We do not think often. We are happy here. Our directive keeps us happy. But sometimes, and they all look at each other and nod. He points with his remaining arm towards the door. We see the expanse of space and wonder what could be.
Well, you know what? I think that's a nice sentiment, and maybe someday you all just start writing your own directives.
Yeah, there's they look around at each other and nod, and as an autonome, it's hard to sense emotion from mechanical beings. But being one yourself, the subtle changes in the ticking of each of their gears and things like that, you sense this excitement. The pace of their mechanics has changed. Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
And maybe someone will leave the side door of the ship open in case anyone wants to stow away. as he kind of walks off,
Yeah.
whistling.
Yeah,
Mechanical
again,
whistle.
it's these weird mechanical clicks and whirs and whatever. They seem to speed up. It would be for us, heartbeats going slightly faster in excitement here. And it seems that, yeah, your interference interference, as it is here, has affected this.
He'll just kind of plant that seed of stowing away on the ship and then kind of walk away.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Anything else you would like to do with your rest? We get to the next point.
I think I'm good.
Okay.
I'm probably staring at a candle.
Yeah. There are a good amount
this
of
is
like
how Pine-
magical flames in the area, right? Okay.
This is how
Yeah,
Pine
you know,
defragments the brain.
And the only thing that you sometimes hear are just these really weird clicking bug noises as I'm staring at a light.
I think
Well, if you are making these noises, Helene would probably like maybe say something quick like, "Can you stop? Can you stop with that? The noises?
Still clicking.
Whatever."
I think Toppola is there taking notes on you as you're looking at the light. She goes, how long have you been attracted to various different lights?
Click, click,
What kinds of lights can you see?
click, 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 click.
Interesting, interesting. I do like this so much. How many of your kind are there?
Click, click.
Do you have a home? What was the name of your family?
Click.
Interesting, interesting. That'll go on for some time with just clicks being jotted down as like dashes and lines and dots and things. She'll figure it out eventually, probably. I don't know. But the storm does come to an end. And Toppola stops in her note-taking and looks up and goes, "Oh, I do believe he has arrived. Come now, let us go greet the man." Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask what Crux was doing with
The bird?
Polly
Yeah.
during that time?
He's been looking down at the mechanical bird and goes,
Oh, Polly. I never knew you were made of a machine parts. You were my best friend. My only friend for a long time.
I think, yeah, during this AAA, after you have your conversation with the gnomes, he would come to you.
I don't know if you can, or if it would be any trouble. Do you think you could fix Polly?
Well, I guess you are aware that your parrot was a machine.
I don't care what he was. There was a long stretch of time where it was just me and him. And he was always there at my side. Machine or not,
He looks at you.
could still be friends.
Well, I suppose he did threaten to kill me, but you know what? People have done worse. So he's gonna take the bird.
I'm
and
sure he
try to
didn't
fix it.
mean anything by it.
Pets little Polly's metallic exterior. Yeah,
he'll
he'll
take
hand
him.
Polly to you. Looking down at the bird, it is in distinct disrepair. The acid has eaten through a lot of the various different gears and metallic pieces of the bird. Even one of its metallic eyes, the ones that had like focused on you previously, one of them is now missing. Probably lost inside of Big Mama somewhere. It's going to take some time for you to fix, some tools, and probably a bench to do all the work on. But it doesn't look impossible.
I will. Is there any of that for me to do that here, or is it gonna be
Potentially.
take
but
with us?
we might have to take it on the road.
Okay.
Might have to take it on the road. As the storm begins to fade here, Toppola has everyone come outside of the house here to greet one Garganale. You see at the edge of your vision here, the swirling colors of the storm, a ship exits out of it. And it looks, well, a little rough Pieces of the ship seem to be just falling apart. The sails are ripped to pieces as it sails out of the cosmic radiance of the storm. And you can see things on the ship. Creatures. Through the lightning flashes and the blue and purple clouds, the illuminating silhouette of the galleon here. Ghastly mariners stand on the deck and cling to the rigging, staring at you with unblinking eyes. As the ship makes a closer approach here, the sounds and creaking of its rigging and, well, rather disrepaired deck audible. The galleon's captain finally steps into view. A pallid, white-haired man with a barred faceplate covering the lower half of his face. His left hand detaches at his wrist and scuttles up his arm and onto his shoulder. His long white hair flows behind him in what would be considered somewhat of a wig. And he waves at you. The hand waves at you as well with its fingers. Crux looks back at Toppola and then out towards the man and growls, keeping a hand holstered on one of his pistols.
Vampirates.
And with that, we will come to the end of our show today. Oops, wrong button there.
Vampirates.
Vampirates.
What?
Vampirates. Thank you, everyone, for participating, watching today. Gang's all here. Woo!
Yeah.
God, it
Gang's
was
all
good. It
here.
was great to
Gang's
have you all
all
here,
here.
too. Man, it felt really good having you here. I'm so happy you guys got to play today. We're going to do some shout-outs as we go around. I had a blast. I hope you guys at home did as well. Dan, where can we find you on the internet?
I am Dan or Dan Otage. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube and, Instagram and Twitter and everywhere. It's all the same name, Dan Otage. I've been playing a ton of Escape from Tarkovia and, never escaping as we do.
It's been a time, man, watching you play that game. It looks like it's been rough.
It's been, it goes both ways. Yesterday was rough. The day before that was really good. And then, it goes back and forth.
It goes back and forth.
Pretty much.
As it do.
Mm-hmm.
Welcoming back to the table after what was hopefully a great holiday. Drew, Mudcat, where can we find you on the internet?
Yep, you can find me right here or on Twitch as Mudcat, or you can find me as Mudcat TV on socials. More importantly, you can find me D20 Deathmatch on Twitch, YouTube, all socials. We are prepping for season 4 here in the next few weeks, so look forward to the new season.
Yeah, from the top rope. Hell yeah. Glad to have you back on the table. Glad to have the gang all here. Pine? Kat, where can we find you on the
Hi.
internet?
You can find me at twitch.tv/I'mCat or on Twitter at I'mCatCat. I'm currently taking the week off to get a lot of my stuff around my place all done and figured out and whatnot. I'm also working on a brand new dumpster cat for a stream, so hopefully that'll be for next week.
Excellent. I love it. This has been Spelljammer. Adventures in
Spelljammer.
Space. Than't you for being here.
Space.
And we'll see you next week, Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern, for more of this. Bye, everyone.